You can't make it up. Clayton Kershaw was cruising today against the Minnesota Twins. 7 perfect innings. Majestic, free, easy. 13 strikeouts, 80 pitches. He was going to pitch a perfect game. And what does that clown fraud Dave Roberts do? He takes my guy Kershaw out. He takes him out. He didn't walk a batter. 13 strikeouts, 0 walks, perfect through 7. He was free. He was easy. He was going to pitch a perfect game. This is everything that makes me sick about baseball. Here's Dave Roberts on the single worst managerial decision in Major League Baseball history. Stop talking, Dave Roberts. The decision was awful. That soundbite's awful. And the entire situation is terrible. What a dark day for baseball. Here you have, in my opinion, greatest pitcher of all time in Major League Baseball, pitching a perfect game, and you yank him out after 7. This is why people don't take baseball seriously. This is why the kids don't take baseball seriously. Clayton Kershaw, you're worried about his health? 80 easy pitches. Let him pitch the 8th. Let him pitch the 9th. The single easiest decision you could ever make. We're not talking about a mainstream no-hitter. We're talking about a perfecto, a perfect game. Baseball immortality. That's what we're talking about. Let me let you in on a little secret here when it comes to Clayton Kershaw injuries. He's going to get hurt anyway. No matter what happened today, he's going to get hurt. Clayton Kershaw, greatest pitcher of all time, in my opinion, I back that up. You see the accolades on the board. He is an absolute living legend, a megastar. He's at the twilight of his career. Clayton Kershaw, no matter what happens, gonna get hurt. I'll let you know another secret. If Clayton Kershaw got hurt after pitching a perfect game and didn't pitch another inning the rest of the season, Dodgers are still gonna be the World Series favorites. And seriously, think about it. Clayton Kershaw, this season, this year, he's the number 3 starter on the LA Dodgers. You obviously have Walker Buehler, you have Urias, you have just gobs of talent. When you look at the offense, you look at the arms in the bullpen, and again, no one wants to hear this. Clayton Kershaw gets hurt, you know what Dodgers are going to do? Make a trade. Just like they did last year, precedent exists 1 year ago with Max Scherzer. You know what happens if you let Clayton Kershaw pitch? He pitches a perfect game. He's getting carried off the field. It's the number 1 story in all of sports. The players in that clubhouse who are obsessed with Clayton Kershaw, they're fired up. Goes a long way. The Dodgers' air of invincibility goes to a totally different level. Oh, shame on you, Dave Roberts. This should have been Clayton Kershaw's day. Clayton Kershaw's time to shine. He's already the GOAT. This is the one thing he hasn't done. Domino effect in a positive way on the rest of the ball club. Shame, 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 shame. Just fantastic news from my guy Derek Carr and Raider Nation today. Our friend Ian Rappaport broke the story for the NFL Network. Derek Carr gets a brand new contract extension, 3-year deal worth $121.5 million. Derek Carr is worth every single penny. Derek Carr is a terrific quarterback. This is a warranted, well-earned contract. Carr was going into the final year of his deal. You know what you do? You pay great quarterbacks. Now, as far as the average annual value is concerned, it puts him in 5th in the NFL, behind Rodgers and Watson and Mahomes and Allen. This is not only a fantastic contract for Carr, but it absolutely works for the Raiders too. Carr is great. He's a winner. He's a warrior. He is the king of the clutch 4th quarter. He's proven that ever since he came into the league in 2014. And Carr has been excellent and also simultaneously the epitome of class and leadership despite garbage and nonsense around him. That matters. That matters when you dole out this kind of cash. Think about Antonio Brown. Think about Henry Ruggs. Think about John Gruden. Think about a team relocation, a city relocation. Think about gross team mismanagement and coaching and botched draft picks. Now you can start dreaming about Derek Carr throwing to his bestie, Davante Adams for a long, long time. You knew that this Carr deal was inevitable once the Raiders stunned the NFL world with that incredible Adams trade. For Adams to leave Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, there was only one place Davante Adams wanted to go, to play for the Raiders with his college quarterback, my guy, Derek Carr. Adams left, Rodgers for Carr. Think about that. This duo will make the playoffs this year. Carr and Adams, big picture long term, that's a Super Bowl combination. You give Carr this deal if you believe that he can lead the Raiders to the Super Bowl, and he can. And adding Josh McDaniels as a head coach and offensive guru, that matters. As great as Derek is, Josh takes him to another level starting this year. Raiders offense is going to be scary great this year. Defense is loaded after picking up Chandler Jones, teaming him with my guy Max Crosby. Today is a day to celebrate, Raider Nation. Derek Carr will take the Raiders to the Super Bowl during the duration of this contract. Last night was a reminder, just in case you forgot. And it's easy to forget because it's never about basketball with Kyrie Irving. But Kyrie is one of the true greats in the NBA, a special ball player. You know, we joked last night on Time to Schein that the goal for us was to be so impressed with the Brooklyn Nets last night that you cannot slow down the hype train. Well, that mission was accomplished. Kyrie seemingly made every shot, literally he did in the first half. Kevin Durant was unstoppable. He was Mariano Rivera-esque, closing it out late. The Nets used their stars, plus got great contributions on offense from their role players and spanked Cleveland to set up the anticipated showdown with Boston. And look, Bruce Brown sat at the podium last night and talked about how the Nets can exploit Boston down low with Robert Williams out, and make no mistake, he's right. He was also rightly scolded by Kevin Durant on the podium and told him to stop talking and respect the opponent. Good for KD. Look, the Nets will only be judged by a true title run. But the same applies here, in my opinion, for Boston. Ime Udoka put his stamp on the Celtics as a great first-year head coach. They've been the best team in the league since we hit 2022. The defense is great. That's all coaching. Tatum is a star. The Nets still don't play a lick of defense, and they have major chemistry issues. But KD is special. Kyrie going back to Boston after he said he wanted to have that jersey hanging from the rafters, and then he torpedoed everything. That's going to be spicy. KD and Kyrie will give Boston fits, no doubt about it. But I think the Celtics' consistency, star power, and defense gives them a slight edge in what promises to be a fantastic series. Incredible Champions League action today on CBS and Paramount Plus. Liverpool took care of business against Benfica. 2 goals from my guy, Bobby Firmino, helped seal the deal. They advanced in a 6-4 aggregate score to face Villarreal in the semifinals. In the other matchup, Man City managed to hold the line against Atletico Madrid. This despite some late-game chaos. City kept a clean sheet and advanced to the semifinals, while they will face Real Madrid in a blockbuster matchup. I mean, you can't make that up if you try. Needless to say, cheers of a clown from Baker Mayfield. Losers lament from a loser. And this is why no one in the NFL is trading for Baker Mayfield. Because on the field, he's terrible, and he's got all sorts of excuses, doesn't take any responsibility, blaming everyone else but himself, always pointing the finger, never pointing the thumb. He wants to go to fans' cubicle and boo them at work? Bring it on, Baker. We invite you to the newsroom. I dare you to try and boo my guy Vin. He'll boo you right back. You are the worst. I mean, the absolute worst. I am so sick and tired of Baker Mayfield, and this is why all these teams need a quarterback have no interest in trading for Baker Mayfield, and why, for football, Deshaun Watson was the biggest no-brainer ever for the Cleveland Browns. Finally, they have a quarterback on the field. The Timberwolves are fired up after their play-in win over the Clippers last night, and I love this. I talk about this all the time in sports. Celebrate, validate. Anthony Edwards was unbelievable last night. He was outstanding. D'Angelo Russell was great. Pat Bev throwing his jersey into the crowd, beating his former team. I don't want to hear act like you've been there before, because it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They haven't been there before. And I know that the Inside the NBA crew is ripping them. No, this is joyful. This is celebratory. This is awesome. And by the way, I think Minnesota has a shot going up against Memphis. I love that last night.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.